Hello everyone, it's Brooke again from Triforce here with another yoga flow. As always, you'll need a mat and a block or something that resembles a block such as a book. So we're going to start in a seated position today. Find a nice comfortable seat, maybe legs crossed, maybe legs out in front. Allow the arms to be nice and passive, resting on the knees. And we'll just take a moment to connect to the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Taking a moment, noticing how your breath is feeling in this moment. And whatever it is, just bringing awareness to your breath. We're going to take some deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose, filling your lungs with as much air as your lungs can handle. And then exhaling all of that air out. Allow the shoulders to fall down, away from the ears. We're going to move into seated cat-cow, so let's bring the hands onto the knees. Take a nice big inhale, stretching the chest forward, looking up, just like cow pose. And on the exhale, allowing the chin to go towards the chest and arching the back. Inhale, coming into cow, pulling on those knees. Exhale, send everything back for cat. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, looking up. And we'll come back to center. Let's go for a few circles here. So just moving the body very organically, maybe throwing in some more cat-cows, shoulder movements. Kind of like how we do hip circles, but this time just seated. So again, whatever feels best for you. If you want to pause at a certain point, you go for it. From here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back, bringing the chest forward, and then just allowing your right ear to fall towards the right shoulder. Very gently, it doesn't have to touch, just going in that direction. Getting a nice stretch here for the neck. Really breathing into this. And coming back to center, and on your exhale, allowing the left ear to go towards the left shoulder. Again, you don't want to force it, just going in that direction. It probably won't touch, and that's okay. And back to center. We're going to interlace the fingers and flipping them. This time we'll stretch up overhead. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, relaxing down. Then we're going to grab onto the left wrist with the right hand. Going for a nice side bend. Checking that the sit bones are pressed into the earth here. And changing grips, other side. This is one of my favorite side bends. Really feel the stretch, the sides. And we'll come back to center. We're going to fold forward. Again, if it's not comfortable for you, cross-legged, go with the legs straight. Say okay. Allow the head to be nice and heavy. Reconnect to the breath if you need. And we'll slowly walk those hands back up. And we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. So in our tabletop, we want to have the wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread your fingers and press them all into the earth. Nice and strong here through the arms. And then we're going to stretch the right leg back. Keep the foot flexed. We're going to go for a few leg lowers. So nice and controlled. Try and keep the right hip squared to the mat. On your next one, we can hold it up and then bringing the left arm towards the front of the mat for bird dog. Take a moment, engage the core, belly button towards the spine. Option to stay here, or if you like, on the exhale, connecting knee and elbow. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, connecting. Inhale, opening up. Try and move with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, opening up, setting it down, keeping the right leg extended but on the earth. We're going to push up to that back leg for our tiger curl, keeping the left knee close to the chest. And then we'll step back to plank. Heels are shooting back, wrists underneath the shoulders. And exhale, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Just walk out our first down dog of the day, bending one knee and the other. Coming to a holding position now. Spreading those fingers, pressing them into the earth. Let's go ahead and inhale the right leg up. And we'll bend that knee. Heel is going towards the butt. Just opening up the hips here. Try and keep the shoulders square. Back to center with that leg, and we're going to step it through into low lunge. Now, if this transition is not nice for you, you can always do like we normally do from standing and step back. Let's inhale those arms up overhead. We're going to bring the left hand down to the small of the back or the leg, and the right hand coming back. So kind of like a reverse low lunge. And small back bend here. Inhale, coming back up with that hand. Exhale, perhaps going for a twist if this feels nice for you. If not, staying center. Also, a block is sometimes nice underneath that bottom hand. We'll bring the top hand back down, curling the back toes, lifting the back leg, and we'll step back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it out here a few times. And then we'll gently set all that down into a tabletop. We're going to get the other side now. So let's stretch the left leg out this time. Foot is flexed. And we're going to go for a few leg lowers. Again, trying to keep the left hip square to the mat if we can. Nice control. On the last one, we can leave that up, and then inhale, stretching the right arm forward. Take a moment, engage the core, and on the exhale, connecting knee and elbow. Inhale, opening up. Just like the other side, move with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Round that back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Right hand comes down. Left leg comes down, but keep it extended. Curl the toes and pick up that right knee towards the chest. Really pushing up through those palms. Nice strong plank here. And then we'll step the right leg back to full plank. On your next exhale, we'll make our way to down dog. Again, pedal it out if you need. Shake the head yes or no. And then coming to a holding position, let's go ahead and bring that left leg up towards the sky. And then we'll bend that knee, heel going towards the butt. It doesn't have to touch, just going in that direction. Trying to square both shoulders to the earth. And we'll straighten that left leg and exhale, stepping it through low lunge or any other transition that you're comfortable with. And we can inhale the arms up towards the sky. We'll take a reverse here. The right arm is going to come down to the small of the back or the leg. Left hand going back. Again, small back bend, doesn't have to be much, or not at all. We'll bring that hand back to center, right hand comes to the earth, maybe going for a twist here. Again, listen to your body. We'll bring that top hand back down, curling the back toes. We'll step back to plank. And on your next exhale, lift those hips, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, we'll step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze those shoulder blades towards one another. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to make our way into a balancing pose and a squat at the same time. So inhale the arms up, rising up onto the tippy toes, lift the heels, and then we'll sit down into a squat. So you want to keep that chest up and then stretching all the way back up. Exhale, lowering down, control. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, rising back up. And we can bring the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. We're going to take a nice forward fold here. You can allow the head to be nice and heavy. If you want to grab onto opposite elbows, go for that. Maybe hands on blocks. We'll bring the hands to the earth. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Tuck the chin, last thing to come up. You can come to the front of the mat once you're there. And we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, we're going to lower down into a chair pose. So you want to make sure the chest is up, weight is in the heels. Tilt that pelvis forward. Lots of breath sent to our legs. And then we're going to keep the bend in the knees and step the right leg back for a high lunge. Back leg is nice and straight, giving some of the weight to the left pinky side toe of the foot. You've got this. Use the breath. So from here, we're going to make our way into Warrior Two because we didn't work the legs enough in high lunge. And again, we're going to be holding for a little bit here. So really trying to connect to the breath as you're in your Warrior Two. Do an alignment check. Heels should be aligned. Check that you're giving some of the weight to the left pinky side toe of the foot, aligning that knee. Gaze is just over top of the front fingertips. Let's bring the hands on the hips, and we're going to bring the feet in a little bit. Heels closer to one another than the toes. We'll inhale the arms up, exhale, bringing the arms to 90, and then sitting into our goddess pose. So the toes are angled out a little bit, align with the knees, tilt the pelvis, engage the core, squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another, and keep that breath nice and present. So we are going for a little bit longer holds today, building up some stamina. Keep that breath present. And we can inhale, releasing that. We'll bring the feet a little bit wider, feet parallel now, sending the hips back. We'll just bring the hands to the earth or a block. Maybe widening the feet a little bit, whatever's comfortable. We want to make sure that the right hand is flush to the mat or a block. So use a prop if you need. And then bring the left hand on the hip, maybe the back, or maybe up towards the sky like I'm doing here. Listen to your body, see what feels best for your shoulder. Let's bring the left hand down, right hand to the hip, back, or up towards the sky. Wide-legged forward fold with a twist here. We'll bring that hand back down. We're going to walk the hands towards the front foot, turn both feet as you do, and then we'll step back to plank. On your next exhale, we can lift the hips, downward facing dog. Relax the heels. And bending the knees, looking between the hands, stepping or jumping the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, chair pose. We're going to get that flow on the other side. Again, tilt the pelvis forward. Weight in the heels. You've got this. Keep breathing. Again, longer holds today. Stepping the left leg back this time into high lunge. Keeping that back leg nice and straight. You're going to be here for a few breaths, so try and tune into your breath while you're here. And working the legs a little bit more, we're going to make our way into our warrior two. So try and align the heels, feet change, keeping the gaze over top of the right fingertips. And of course, take a moment, check that you're aligning the knee with the ankle. We don't want that knee caving inwards. If you find that's the case, give some of the weight to the right pinky side toe of the foot. Almost there. Hands come to the hips. We're going to bring the feet parallel. We're going to bring the feet a lot closer. I'm going to turn around just so you guys can see me. You don't get my backside. So we're going to be making our way into Malasana here. So we can bring the hands to heart center. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, sitting back down. You can adjust your feet once you get down there. On each inhale, feel your chest expand, the spine lengthen. And on each exhale, feel your hips sink deeper towards the earth. Press your palms together to create some tension, good posture. Option to bring the right hand touching that right knee, left hand up, or on the hip or back. It might not be comfortable for your shoulder. And then we'll change sides. Again, if this is not comfortable for you and you just want to focus on staying center, you go for that. And we can bring the hands back to center. And we'll get on up. Shake those legs out if you need. They might be a little bit stiff. Now let's go right away into a forward fold here. Just taking a quick counter. Arms nice and heavy, head nice and heavy. And then we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time. Tuck the chin, last thing to come up. Let's inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, placing the hands on the earth, stepping or jumping the feet back to plank, stretching those heels back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it out here. And then we're gently going to bring those knees to the earth and we're going to make our way into a seated position. We're going to be making our way into a tabletop, so we'll keep those knees bent. Hands just beside the buttocks, fingertips facing forward towards the front of the mat. On your next exhale, pushing up through the heels, lifting the hips, little micro bend in the elbows, and trying to create a straight line from the shoulders to the knees. Really important that you keep a nice full breath here. Weight in the heels. You've got this. Not an easy posture. You're working the legs, the arms, the core, the whole shebang. And we can gently lower on down. Turn out those wrists if you need. We're going to be going for one more tabletop, this time option for reverse plank. So we'll get back into our tabletop, fingertips facing towards the front of the mat, pushing up through the heels. Option to stay here, or if you like, stretching those feet out. You want to press the toes in towards the mat, or on the mat rather. Press them into the mat so they're pressed down. Really trying to keep the breath present. The core is working a lot more if you went for that reverse plank. Even if you didn't, you're probably feeling it in tabletop. And we can gently set that down. We'll come to a seated position. We're going to do a few finger and forearm stretches. So we'll bring the hands out and turn the right hand down. And we'll start by just pulling gently on the pinky finger, moving to the ring finger, the middle finger, again very gently pulling down, the index finger, and coming to the side for the thumb, again very gentle here. And we'll get the other hand set up, turning it over, starting with the pinky finger, the ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and coming around for the thumb. Great. We're going to make our way into bow pose. So we're going to bend the knees once again. I'm going to bring the hands on the earth. We're going to go for a few reps after this. We'll make sure the spine is nice and lengthened. And then we're going to lift maybe 1, maybe 2 feet. Option to stay here, or if you'd like, on the inhale, lengthening out. Exhale, drive those knees back in. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bringing it in. Inhale, you've got this. Exhale, try and keep that spine nice and long. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You've got this. Keep up. And we can gently set that down after your last rep. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet towards one another. We want to grab onto the feet, hold it like a book almost. If you're having trouble reaching the feet, you can use a strap to wrap around here. So inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the knees towards the earth. Take a few minutes here, resetting the breath, enjoying a nice stretch. Let's take a nice big inhale and exhale. We're going to allow our backs to be nice and passive, folding forward or bowing forward towards those feet. Chin goes towards the chest. And we can roll up one vertebrae at a time. We'll help the knees close, and then we're going to make our way onto our back, winding down even more. And straighten those legs out. On the mat, we'll bring the right knee in towards the chest. We get a nice hug. Shouldn't be painful, but you should feel a nice stretch. We'll gently guide that leg, or that knee rather, out towards the right. Feel a stretch in the inner groin. And back to center, releasing that down to the floor. We'll bring the left knee in towards the chest. Again, a nice gentle pull. And then coming out towards the left. Only if it feels comfortable for you. If not, staying center. It's a-okay. Listen to your body. And we can set that down. Take a few breaths here. We'll be inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth, releasing. Let's go for a few more breaths. Inhale through the nose, opening the mouth, exhaling out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, opening the mouth, exhaling out through the mouth. Just bring the hands by the side. Getting set up for Shavasana, allowing yourself to melt into the mat. Let the body be nice and heavy. Thank you for joining me today, virtually. Namaste.